Okay, so I'm gonna try something that I haven't had a lot of practice with, and that's designing from a split screen. So this is my beadwork. It was a cuff for my mother-in-law. I made it about 3 years ago, and it's based off of a belt buckle that was her father's, and she asked me if I could recreate it, so I loosely based this on the buckle, which has recently been given to my husband, so it's really special. I've been promising my husband a new belt. He has been wearing his beaded belt for about 8 years, maybe 9 years, and it's starting to wear out. And someone else made it, and it has held up a very long time with daily wear, but he is ready for a new one. So he wants these thunderbirds on his, and then like sunset colors. So this was kind of back when I first started beading, so I wouldn't probably repeat this design. It's kind of plain and simple, like the triangles out here, but I do like the thunderbird, and I will probably switch the colors up a little bit, but just to get the basic design, I think I'm just gonna have it there like for reference. So what I am gonna do first is mark out how big I want this to be. So I always do it in black, and like I mentioned in my last video, we have something called a dummy row. So what I'm gonna do is do 17 down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay, so all my belts are always 17 rows down or vertical, and then I do about 300 rows horizontally. So I'm gonna go way down here, and if you look down here, it tells you kind of where you are. So that's like 123. So I need a little more room. I'm just gonna make this big for a second. So you go back to pattern, and let's see, what are we at? 123. So I'm going to make this column go up to 300. And I do that for most of my belts. Kids belts I'll do about 250, but adult belts I do 300. And my leather partner just adjusts like according to the measurements that they send in. So almost there. And if you accidentally go over, you can just scroll down. And then I don't normally do this, but I guess to make it easier on myself, I can just make this 17, and that would be awesome. So I have been asked pretty often if these measurements on the side are accurate, and I have not found them to be accurate. When I'm finished with this belt, I can let you know exactly how long 300 columns is. I believe I think 250 was like 22 inches when I was doing those kids belts for Christmas, but I can let you guys know like exactly the number, because that is important to know your measurements. Luckily, like I said, my leather partner is incredible and just like fixes all of my mistakes all the time. So she's wonderful. So I still am going to do my dummy row, even though, I wonder if there's a better way to do this. If I can click this and just go all the way down. I think I can. I forgot what I was saying. Anyway, watch this. I can select all this instead of like trying to do a straight line all the way down, and then I think I can just drag this and put it there. Oh yeah. Okay, cool. I'm gonna do the same thing here. Boop. I keep right clicking. Okay, there we go. And just click it and drag it right there. And then I'm going to do the same thing up here on this top row. Whoop, all the way down here. Like I was saying earlier, I have already done this design. However, if you have watched my channel and you watched the video about my computer getting rained on, I hadn't backed my computer up, so I lost every one of my designs over the past 3 years that I've done. So that is a major bummer. I have recently started putting my designs on Etsy. So once I'm finished with this belt, it will be on Etsy, and you can purchase it for $5 and then do what you want with it. So I've just kind of been backing my designs up like that. All right, so now I'm gonna go back to the split page so I can look at this Thunderbird. So the rest of the design doesn't really mean much to me right now. I am, before I do that, I'm gonna go ahead and fill this background in tan just because I don't like having just a plain background. So I'm gonna go over here to the color and type in tan. I love this opaque tan luster. And then I'm going to select from here all the way down, and then I'm just gonna drag that color, and it will turn all of these squares on this grid the same color. Come on, I'm getting close, almost there. Okay, there we are. Okay, and then I want to make sure just to get it right there and not to cover any of my black. And then, oh, maybe I should do this. No, I'll do this. Okay, so you click it and you drag it and you let go, and it turns all of those squares that color. And then you have to click on your pencil again when you want to start designing. So I'm going to go back to the beginning, and let's see what colors I'm going to need. Course black, and once you use a color, it's automatically saved in this bead list. And then so far I've got 630 black beads on this design and 4,470 tan beads. So obviously this number will go down, the black will not. It will only go up because I will be using black beads for this. Okay, so I'm just gonna get going with it. So let's see, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And this is teeny tiny for me to work with, so I'm gonna zoom in. There we go. And then I'm gonna go, let's see, 2, 3. Also, this is thicker than 17 rows because it was a cuff, and I always do cuffs a little thicker. So I'm gonna have to tweak this and make it smaller so that it'll fit. It can be as wide, but it just can't be like as tall. So I'll solve that when I get there. So I'm gonna enclose my little head here, and let's see here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and switch colors. So I need white. So I'm just gonna type in white. And let's see what white I want to use. I like this one. And I'm gonna go over here and add an eye, and see, it went ahead and put that. As soon as I used one of those, it popped it down here in my bead list. Okay, then I'm gonna go back to these colors, and I'm gonna type in red. And I like the silver lined red. And let's do our beak. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Awesome. And then I'm going to, let's see, start here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And then it's got like a little cross here. And then this touches it. Oh, this is going to be hard to make smaller. I'm probably going to have to move all this up just because I'm not going to have enough room. So if you want to move like a group of beads, you just select all of them and then you just drag it up to where you want it to be. And then you can fill this back in with tan, real easy. I already showed you guys. You just drag and drop, and there she is. And then click your pencil again. Okay, so that gave me an extra row. Oh man, I can already tell this is gonna be a pain in the booty to try to make all this fit. And you can't really make it any thicker than 17 because with the leather added on, it won't fit in belt loops. So 17 is like the magic number. But that's okay. I will fiddle with this until I get it right. And this is going to take a long time, so if it gets super boring here in a minute, I will just fast forward and play some music so you guys can just watch. Okay, let's see. Like a royal blue. Let's see. That'll work. If I start from up here with my wings. And I can barely see this, and I can't figure out how to make it bigger, so that's an issue. 2, 3. Okay. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Oh. And then if you mess up like that, you just click undo and it fixes your problem. 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I'm gonna move this over a little bit just so I can see everything that I'm working with. All right, and he wants like Southwest colors, so let's see. Let's get some orange in here. Do like a squash color. And of course, I will let him approve this before I start beading it, and let him kind of tweak the colors and the design to his liking, like I do with all of my bead clients. Let's see. And then I'm gonna go ahead and do like the body. I'll go back and use black. So let's see, it's black right there, and I have a lot of silver in here too. So this is what I'm referencing in this video. So I'm just trying to make it look something like this. I kind of stopped following the other bead pattern because it was just too thick, but I will just keep messing with this until I get it how I like it. made it this far in the video, I really appreciate you watching. If you would, please hit that subscribe button, like, comment if you can. So this is my husband's belt. He's very pleased with the way that the design turned out. He was standing with me like for the last 30 minutes of my design process and just kind of telling me what he wanted, what he didn't want. That's why I changed the colors so many times and moved the heads on the Thunderbirds and went from, I was going to put his brand in it, but he wants the brand on the leather. So I just completely took out that centerpiece and then put in the feather. That was also my feather design from another belt that I did. If you watched my last bead tool tutorial, that I did design that on the last bead tool tutorial. So it got deleted when my computer got rained on. So I just kind of had to go with what I had there, but I think it turned out really nice, and I'm going to be beading his belt this week and sending it off to leather, and I can't wait to show you guys the finished product. Thanks for watching.